Hi guys, how are you doing? It's Elaine Binns, fitness coach and nutritionist. If you're just watching this, as I first recorded, we're in July of 2024. So today's video is going to be a continuation of the challenges I've been having. So we had a challenge, and I'll put this in the description below. We started back in April of this year. So there's an April challenge, May challenge, June, and now July. So each of these months of challenges have been a charge I have to you, the viewer, to improve some nutritional habit in your life. So I'm doing a 9-month series using Precision Nutrition. It's a certifying body that I did continuing education through in order to sharpen my nutrition skills. So what I thought is I would do once a month a challenge to have you, the audience, to work on improving your diet. So let's get to it. What is the July challenge? So this month, I challenge you, the viewer, to choose higher quality foods more often. So what does this mean? In a nutshell, I think a lot of people, when they hire me as their coach, they will say, I know what I need to be doing. And I say, okay, I agree, and I can hear you, and let's take some notes and tell me a little bit more about that. But as your coach, the truth is I don't know what you know unless we overtly have a conversation about it. So let's break this challenge down so you understand the task at hand. And then I'm going to give you some few examples of everyday living ideas of how to implement this challenge. And then I want you guys to go to it. And know that just because I have dedicated the month of July to this challenge, you can continue working on this at any time. It could be 10 years from now. You could work on this in August when the kiddos go back to school, or September, depending on where you live. If you can't implement this skill right now in your life, that's okay. Just do your best like you do every day. So first part, let's break it down. So choose. So some people do have the luxury of choice, some people don't. So say you're a child, say you're a 12-year-old and you're watching this video, and your parents or your guardians, whoever you live with, grandparents, they do the grocery shopping, the cooking, the meal prep, they choose the restaurants you go to. You may or may not have the luxury of choice. But if you are an adult or you're someone in your house, I have plenty of friends whose teenage children help with the cooking. You can help make choices regarding what foods you put in your body. And even if you are someone who you can't necessarily dictate the menu, oftentimes you can choose how much you choose to consume, especially like now where there's still barbecues, birthday parties, there's still a lot of fun summer happening, going to the beach. You don't always have the luxury of choosing exactly what you want to eat, but if you're in the comfort of your own home, you could prepare those foods and you can always bring them with, throw them in a cooler, throw them in the trunk, throw some ice in there. And a lot of times with summer fruits and salads and things like this, you don't even need to heat them. So choose is a choice. Some people have the luxury, others don't. Higher. So higher quality. This is a question I get all the time, is what should I eat? And I do have other YouTube videos. So if you scroll through my YouTube channel, it's just my name, Elaine Binns is the name of my YouTube channel. There's lots of different videos on nutrition and how to implement better choices in your life. So higher quality. So higher quality. Choosing your foods is always on a continuum from highest quality over to one end to lowest quality over at the other. So in your life, as a nutrition coach, I often have to ask the person in front of me, can you tell me a little bit more about what you ate? Did you eat breakfast? Did you eat a snack? What did that contain? So say, for example, you're someone who comes to me and you go out to eat 3 times a day, and the choices that you make are primarily fast food. So the goal is to be somewhere on this continuum of really high quality calories to really low quality calories. And the actual decision of higher quality is an individual decision. It is not for me to make as a coach. So let's say, for example, someone says, you know what, I don't eat any fruits or vegetables and I don't really like fresh. Well, something I feed our son, this is an example, apple straws. So this is a processed food and it is not on the high end of the quality continuum of a food to choose to eat. But if you are eating nothing, you're not consuming any fruits, something that's an already prepared fruit or a dried fruit would be better than no fruit. And maybe eating that way for 3 or 4 weeks, and then eventually having a goal of eating one fresh piece of fruit or vegetable a day, or even 1 or 2 fresh fruit or vegetables a week. Because if you've been going from nothing, you've had very poor quality choices, to going to high quality choices is a journey that could take 5 years, 10 years. This is not something that happens overnight. So I introduced the topic in the month to get you looking in your pantry, looking in your fridge, your freezer. When you go to the grocery store, can you pick up a couple pears? Can you pick up berries? A key thing to do now is when something is on sale, something is seasonal, like blueberries, for example. Blueberries are seasonal. Usually they'll be lower cost, so they'll cost less, and then it's more affordable, and then hopefully you and your kiddos will eat more of it. Another part is foods more often. So again, this is another subjective question people always ask: what is more often? More often is subjective in comparison to what it was before. So if you, let's say you had, let's throw a salad out there, a bag of salad. You buy pre-made bag salad. Let's say you eat that once a month. More often for that particular person who eats a bag salad or any salad, go out to a restaurant anywhere, eating more than 1 serving a month, so say eating 2 servings of salad a month, would be more often for that person. So this is highly personal, and of course you can always reach out to me, call, text. My cell is 708-845-6201, or email my name, elainebintz@gmail.com, if you would like a free consultation. A lot of my nutrition coaching is done over the phone or via video chat. It doesn't have to be in person. Although I do practice in Northwest Indiana in Cherville, we're about 40 minutes from the Loop in Chicago. But the point of implementing this information is for you to take little progressive steps closer to the higher quality end of the continuum. It's not to expect that your diet is going to change completely overnight. And I did want to answer this question. A lot of clients have been asking me this recently. The question is in regards to organic. So for example, our son, he loves these little cherry organic tomatoes. I buy them because they're very convenient and they're usually available at the store. But buying organic is a personal choice. Typically, it's going to cost more money, and the organic process means usually there are not going to be a whole lot of chemicals on the food. So you don't need to know the exact chemicals, if they're GMOs or pesticides or whatever is getting thrown on there, but just know that you are paying for a difference. And do I feel like organic is higher quality? The food itself, you will have to taste the food. There are certain foods I prefer to eat organic: peppers, apples. I do really like organic spinach, and my greens, I feel like I can taste a difference, like kale, cabbage, these sorts of things, versus inorganic. But just because it's inorganic, you know, say you eat an inorganic apple, it's better than eating no apple. So please don't put up so many barriers that it's hard to make these better decisions and choosing healthier foods more often. I want to remind you guys, happy 4th of July. If you are in an area, please, you guys, most of you know I'm an animal lover. If you are in an area where you're putting off a lot of fireworks, just please be aware of the animals in the area. If your pet does need some sort of assistance. And then also just to be careful yourself if you are putting off fireworks. And also Walk with a Doc. This free walking program that happens the second Saturday of each month for July, the date in Northwest Indiana, we'll meet on Saturday, July 13th at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, but there's been a change of location. So usually we meet at the Lake County Fairgrounds, but this month for July, we're going to be meeting at Lemon Lake County Park. And this information, you can find it on my website, and you can always search Walk with the Doc. If you're not local to Northwest Indiana, you can literally Google Walk with a Doc, and you can see what the local chapters are, so you can find a group to go walking with. So again, this is Elaine Bintz. fitness coach and nutritionist. This is your July challenge. I would love to hear from you and see how your month is going. Happy 4th of July and take care of you. Have a great day. Bye.